Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jem and I'm creating videos on YouTube for a couple of years for now. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a thumbnail for your YouTube videos for beginners. I created over 100 thumbnails for my own YouTube videos with a program called Canva. There are actually different design programs that you can use to create your own thumbnails. But as a beginner, I think Canva is even more than enough and using it is free. I also created some example YouTube thumbnails that you guys can download and use as templates if you prefer. But I will talk the details in a separate video because this video is about creating your own thumbnails. Now let's jump to the actual video and let's start creating our first YouTube thumbnail. Alright, so firstly you need to go to the canva.com website. You can also find the link of this website in the description part of my video. And after you go there, you want to sign up from here. And you can use one of these ways to sign up. And after your sign up process is completed, then you should be able to log in to this homepage of Canva. Now Canva is a design web app or design tool to create different kinds of designs from like documents, whiteboards, YouTube banners, any kind of social media designs and many other things. To create a new design, you should click on this button and here it will give you a couple of options. Now, if you want, you can choose a custom size design, but then you need to know what kind of width and height your template should have. And YouTube thumbnails have their own sizes and it is defined here as you can see, 1280 to 720 pixels. It's like the space each thumbnail takes, and later, since we don't want to have problems with fitting our thumbnails to this space here, then we want to choose this one. Okay, and now Canva has created us an empty template for a YouTube thumbnail. Okay, so now we can start designing our first thumbnail by using different tools that Canva provides us. Now firstly, if you click on this template, you should see this little colorful rectangle here. This is for adding some kind of background colors to our template. If you choose any color, you can see that the color of the background changes. I will leave it as white for now. And now let's have a look to the Canva features that we can see on these icons and buttons on the left side of our screen. The first one is for design. Here on the search field, you can search for any kind of YouTube thumbnail. For example, if you want to create a thumbnail for a vlog, then you write here vlog, and Canva gives here us many different reusable pre-designed YouTube thumbnails. Okay, just as an example, let's say I choose this one and it automatically copies the thumbnail here. And now if you prefer, you can customize this thumbnail, or you can build a thumbnail complete from scratch. And for this video, we are going to create a thumbnail complete from scratch because I want to show you the different features Canva provides us. Okay, the next button is for elements, and you can find here different kinds of things from like lines to shapes, graphics, stickers, photos, videos, and many other things. Let's begin from the lines and shapes option. Here you can add different kinds of arrows, for example, or any other different kinds of shapes like this. Now, if you click on one of these elements, let's say this arrow, here on the top left side, Canva gives us additional editing options. For example, you can change the color of your arrow like this. If you find it too thin, then you can increase the line weight from here, like then you're gonna have a much bolder arrow. You can, for example, make it like dashed arrow like this, and you can style it like however you want. You have many different options here. The second one is for graphics. Now here you will find different kinds of stickers and graphics that you can use for your thumbnail. For example, if you want a gradient style background, then you can choose one of these gradient options here. For example, if you choose this one, then we have a gradient rectangle. You can also change its size from the little circles here like this. You need to drag these circles and you can change its size. If you want to change the color, you can come here and you can, let's make it red, for example, and the other one, let's make it orange. Okay, so you have a gradient object here. By the way, if you hover on this little icon here, this is for Canva Pro. Canva provides many elements and many things for free, but there are also Pro elements that you can use, but this is actually a paid version. If you become a Canva Pro member, then you will have access to much more elements and things that Canva provides. Otherwise, if you try to use that, then it will give you like kind of a watermark and you won't be able to use it. If you want to add a photo, Canva has a large photo library that you can use, I think, most of the images for free. For example, let's choose this image as an example. Now, if you want to use this image for your thumbnail, okay, and if you are not sure whether it is free or not, then you need to click on this little info icon here. And it says that using it should be free. And if you hover on this little icon here, it says all Canva users can get this image for free, so that you won't have any licensing problems. So if you are using an image from the library, just make sure you can control it from here, whether it is free or not. If you prefer, however, you can also add your own images. And to do that, you need to come to the uploads section. Now here are my own images that I uploaded myself. And to upload an image, for example, you basically come here and drag the image that you want to add and drop it to upload the file. And now, as you can see, it is uploading my image here. And once the upload is completed, then you can use your own images. If you click on your image, then it will be shown directly on your thumbnail template. And here you can resize it however you like. And let's leave it like this for now. Okay. If you click on the image, you will have additional editing options. For example, you can adjust from here its brightness, the contrast, the saturation, if you want to make it black and white especially, and it will give you many different kinds of filtering options. If you are using Instagram, you should also be familiar with these filters. So they have like kind of Instagram like filters here. And there are also many other things you can do with your photos, but I won't be able to cover all of them in this tutorial. So you can play around yourself however you like. If you need to remove the background of your images, however, it is not free, then you should become a Canva Pro member to do that, or you should find your other ways. Unfortunately, Canva does not provide backgrounds remover for now for its free users. If you think your image is like too small, then you can come here, or you double click on your image and you can, let's say you can make it larger like this, and then you can change its position. So let's arrange it like this again. Click on done. And now, as you can see, the image has changed and it has zoomed in a lot. Okay. You can also flip your images like this. Canva also gives us animation options, but it cannot be used on YouTube thumbnails. So I'm going to skip this one. This is for adding some kind of transparency. Okay, so you can make your images more transparent by playing with this bar here. This one deletes the image. You can also duplicate the image like this. And if you click on these three dots here, then it will give you additional options. The next one is for adding some kind of text to your thumbnails. Like, for example, if you choose this one, then you will get the exact same text with design. I don't want to do it for now. So let's choose, for example, this one. Okay. And now here is your text. Now on the top left side, you see the font families. Okay. So let's choose this one, for example. If you choose it, then as you can see, the font family changes. You can increase or decrease the size of your text like this, or you can change the size from here. This is for adding some color of your text like this. You can make it bolder, italic, but not every font family has these two options here. Some of them don't have, for example, italic options, or some of them don't have bold options. It's up to you which one you want to use. Now, if you want to, for example, put your text in the middle of the thumbnail, then you can bring it here, and you should see this little line once you are in the middle of your template. Okay, so for example, if I put it here, then I am in the complete middle of the template. Let's increase this one a little bit, and if you drag it from the side, then you can also put it in the middle of the template. This one is for alignment. You can align it to the left, to the right, or to the middle very easily. But if you want to use it, make sure that your font width takes the full width of the template. If you leave it like this, for example, and if you try to align it again, then it will stay only in the borders of this rectangle. This one adds some bullets if you want to do it like this. This one is for spacing. So for example, I give here a second line. And if I want to change the spacing, the line spacing, you can increase it from here. Or you can also change the letter spacing if you are not happy. You can play it around like this. This one is for adding some text effects. For example, let's put it on an empty field like this. Now, if you want to add some effects, then you come here. And for example, you can add some shadow effect to your text here. Okay, now you come here, and if you change the color, let's say to black, then you will have some nice shadow effects like this. You can also make some heavy editing, like changing the offset, the direction of your shadows, like the transparency, and you can do many other things here. And it also gives you many different kinds of text effects, like if you want to use them for your videos. This is kind of a TikTok style effect, I think. And this one is for curving the text. Okay, so if you don't have any space, and if you click on this one, then it curves the text like this, and you can arrange it by using this bar here. This one is for projects, if you have created any. This one is for adding backgrounds, but we don't use that because I have a picture here. But if I, for example, crop the picture like this, then you should be able to see the background. Now let's change our text, for example, to thumbnail tutorial. And now we need to find some empty space to put it. You can put it here, for example, or here. I will keep it here for now. And as you know, the thumbnails are pretty small, and they are even smaller on mobile devices. So that's why you should be careful not to make your thumbnail text too small. Okay, if you zoom out a little bit, and for example, if you are on a mobile device, then it should be like as big as this. Okay, so it is too small now. So that's why I want to make it a little bit larger so people can read what stays here. But sometimes the background can be a little bit complicated. To make it more easily readable, we can add kind of a background element. For example, I can add here a shape, kind of a rectangle like this one. And if I drag it like here, now it will be more easily readable. And also I can change the color of my rectangle. Let's make it, for example, I don't know, let's make it black. Let's make it black. And let's duplicate it. And let's put it also for the tutorial text. Now, as you can see, the rectangle is in front of the text here. And that's why you want to change its position. So I need to come here to the three dots here. And you see here the position option. Now, when you click on this one, it will give you like the backward or forward options. And from here, you can arrange the position of your elements. You can also take it to the top or to the, I don't know, to the center, to the middle center, to the right. You can also change it from here if you like. But for now, let's put it here. Okay. Now, if I zoom out again, now it looks more readable. You can also add some kind of logos if you wish. For example, since this is a thumbnail tutorial, I can come here and I search for a Canva logo. Okay, and here on the graphics or on the photos, it gives us different kinds of logo options. Let's choose, for example, this one, and let's make it smaller. Okay, then you can, for example, you can put it somewhere here. And now if I go up again, we can see that it is still readable. On the side, let's put, for example, a YouTube logo. Let's choose, for example, this one. Okay, now I also make it as large as this one, so they will be on the same size, almost like this, so people will easily understand that this video is actually a thumbnail tutorial for YouTube. Now what else we can do for this thumbnail is, for example, adding a frame. Now what are frames? Frames are some kind of a placeholder for your pictures. For example, I can put here an example of a YouTube thumbnail, and to do that I need to use here one of these frames. Now I need to find here a rectangle type frame like this one, for example. Okay, now if I drag it here, make it a little bit smaller, now this will be the placeholder for our picture. For example, let's put it here, one of my previously defined thumbnails. So I go to uploads and let's choose, for example, this one. Okay, so this is one of the example thumbnails that I designed before. And now when you drag this picture here, then it will automatically take the place. And as you can see, now it has automatically fit to this frame. And if you come here again, and if you want to change it, for example, then you can click on backspace, and now only the picture is deleted, but the frame is still there. So you can come here and change another one, and you can put it here easily. So this one, for example, can be a good example for a YouTube thumbnail. Let's make another one as an example. This time I would like to make it a bit different. Okay, so let's say that this time I want to divide the screen into two, and on the right side I would like to put my picture, and on the left side I would like to put some text. This is also a good way to create some kind of a thumbnail. Let's go back to the elements and let's choose one of these. This time let's choose one of these grids here. Okay, for example, if I choose this one, then we are able to add two pictures side by side and they are equally divided. Okay, so for example, if I come here and add one picture to the left, and I can add, I don't know, another picture to the right. So now I have like two pictures side by side. You can easily put them, drag and drop them, like using these frames here. But I would like to do it like one full grid, and let's make it smaller. And I would like to put my picture here and some kind of text and other elements here. So let's go back to uploads. I select my picture and I drag and drop it here. So now my picture is visible on the right side, and on the left side I'm going to add some kind of like elements and text. And to do that easily, you can come here and copy. If you want to select multiple elements, click on Command D if you are on Mac and Control D if you are on Windows, and you can drag them easily here like this. Okay, let's change the background color to white, for example, and let's make it a little bit grayish. Now if you come here, you can add here any color you like this, or you can change the color also from here. Let's also copy the text here, put it here. This time I would like to add some, let's add some effect to this text. So I come here and I will add some shadow, and I should choose the shadow color as, let's say, black. And now this shadow makes our text more readable. If you wish, you can also make it like italic. And let's increase the size a little bit. Put it on the center of the space. And now it looks like this. Let's make it, for example, a blue one. And let's also change the shadow color to, let's say, to blue. Yeah, blue one looks better. Okay, so this is also more readable. So as you can see, now I have quickly created 2 different thumbnails for my next video. And if you want to save it, you can come here, and from here you can change the name of your file. Let's say my first thumbnail. Click on enter, and now it should be saved on your designs. If you go back to your home page from here, and on your recent designs, you should be able to see it here. It is currently not, I think it's not updated yet, but if I click back on this one, and as you can see, it took us back to our thumbnail designs. The next step I want to do is to download it to my computer. To do that, I need to come to the share button here. Now here you can share your design with other people if you prefer. You can share on social media, or you can download it, okay? So I need to download it to my computer, and here it will ask you the size, the file type, like what kind of a file you want to have, which pages you would like to download. I will take both of them. And now let's click on download. Okay, now the download has completed. So let's drag this to my desktop, unzip it. And now, as you can see, I have here, we can view here our customized thumbnails. And the next thing I need to show you is how to upload them to your YouTube video. To do that, you go to your YouTube studio. Let's say that I'm going to create a new video here and upload a video. Let's select this little video, for example. Now, once you are in this upload section, you should be able to see here this thumbnail section, okay? And when you click on upload thumbnail and you select one of these thumbnails here and you choose open, then YouTube is going to use this one as your video thumbnail, your own customized thumbnail for this video that you are going to upload. You also need to know not only creating a thumbnail, but also creating a good one. And that's why in the next video, I'm going to give you some important tips for helping you to create good looking thumbnails, which will hopefully get you more clicks and get you more views on YouTube. So make sure to watch the next video as well. And if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to hit the like button, and see you guys later in the next video.